Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. I haven't really talked about McLaren's Golf livery, or in its own kind of dedicated video. But yeah, McLaren's got like a one-off livery for the Monaco Grand Prix, which is kind of a homage to Golf liveries of years gone by. And to be honest, it looks pretty cool. For me, it's not like a massive deal. I think I explained this in my Grand Prix preview yesterday. But in essence, it's largely just a recoloring of the current livery. Just there's also a change on the nose to have it have a stripe instead of just being regular kind of bodywork colour. And I think that's pretty cool. But there's also an ongoing debate about liveries in Formula 1. Because essentially the ruling is that both cars have to broadly look the same. You can have some subtle differences, so see Mercedes how they had different coloured halos. But more or less they have to be the same car. And at the same time, things like one-offs, you have to get the approval of F1's management and F1's ownership to be able to go through with it. And it's funny for me, I'm someone who loves talking about the rules and regulations for our motorsport, but to be honest, I think those rules should be relaxed a bit more. I'm not saying we should have more and more one-offs, but I think the team should have more flexibility. Say you've got a pay driver who's bringing in massive sponsorship, you should be able to completely coat that car in that driver's sponsors, a bit like how we see in series like F2 and F3. You can have unique liveries within the same team for different drivers because one of them carries big backing from one outlet, another one from another outlet. It's a bit like, for example, in the WRC, how there was the different kind of sponsorships on, quite notably, the M Sport Fords. And there still continue to be. I mean, we can see the difference between Gus Greensmith's Crown Oil sponsored car and Adrian Formo's Red Bull sponsored car. Likewise, Ford in 2017 when it had 3 different liveries for each of their cars. Because despite the fact that both Evans and Ogier were Red Bull sponsored athletes, Evans was driving the D-Max sponsored third car and had D-Max shod tyres on it. It's something I think F1 really should look at doing, and to be fair, I'm an advocate for some more of these rules being loosened as well, because a lot of this branding consistency stuff, it was brought in by Bernie Ecclestone because he wanted to be able to have a steady kind of flow of income coming into Formula 1. And it's at the same time that you see the uniform rule about teams always having to enter 2 cars, no more and no less, because that's the way that they wanted it to be. That's the way they wanted the rules to be. I honestly think that that should be shaken up a bit. Now, I don't think people are going to go completely over the top because these teams are like, we have set identities, our fans will have these identities, and they'll be annoyed if we change the liveries every week. But some variation could be cool, especially, like I said, if you've got somebody bringing in big sponsorship bucks, they might bring in a bit more if you can say, oh, by the way, on that one car, you'll be able to have complete control. It also means you could have more artsy cars as well. Because this is a thing. As much as you might try and go, we don't want different teams running different liveries every weekend, most of them aren't really going to change it. The big kind of brands like Red Bull and Mercedes and Ferrari, they're all going to go, we have this set identity and we want to keep by it. McLaren on the most part does as well. And to be fair, likewise AlphaTauri, that they could probably do something different every week, just to be contrarian. And to be fair, I reckon Alpha would have quite a consistent branding as well. Which only leaves a couple of teams that you think could do changes. Haas probably could, and then they could have a specific one for Mazepin and a specific one for Schumacher. Like, for example, instead of it being like the kind of Aquafresh tick at the back of it, you could also have the German flag at the back of Mick Schumacher's car. That would be something that would be, I think, really cool to see. And it'd be a nice way to have that promoting individuality between the 2 different cars. Because that's what they did, and that's why they brought in the driver numbers, to have the individuality for the drivers. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.